The Galaxy S24 FE is the perfect balance between reliability and value. Now, after being blessed enough to use the brand new Galaxy S25, I was immensely impressed with just how great it was for the everyday user. It had a phenomenal display that looks much better in real life than it does on the spec sheet. It provided me with a great battery life that allowed me to use it all day without having to worry about charging before I got home. It had an amazing software with not only great AI features, but the longevity to last me for the next 7 years with updates. It had a great camera that has its downsides, but it was overall really solid, and it had an amazing build quality that was not only durable but felt premium. And as amazing as the Galaxy S25 performed, imagine having every single one of these key components in a Samsung phone but for only half the price. Well, fortunately, we don't have to imagine, because the Galaxy S25 FE is here for a reason. Not only does it match up with the Galaxy S25 in terms of specs, but in my day-to-day usage, I really couldn't tell you which phone is better, because in hindsight, they're exactly the same. In fact, I would even say that the Galaxy S24 is a better buy for the simple fact that it not only is cheaper with a similar experience, but it also is a bigger phone, which will give you a better visual experience and a bigger battery. So in this video, I will not only be telling you guys about my experience with the Galaxy S24 FE, but I will also be sharing some upsides and downsides that you might face, since there's a reason why this phone is at a cheaper price. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And also, let me know down in the comments what phone that you would like me to review next. Now, although I do believe that the Galaxy S24 FE is the perfect balance between reliability and value within the Samsung lineup, there were also some things about this phone's performance that I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that the S24 uses a virtual proximity sensor instead of a physical one, which in turn meant that whenever I'm taking a call, instead of the screen sensing that my face is close and it should turn off, it will remain on, which ended up making me pressing something with my cheek. It also meant that butt pressing was at an all-time high, since the sensor was so piss poor at detecting its environment. I didn't like the fact that the front-facing camera didn't have autofocus and was using the same sensor from the Galaxy S20 Plus, which made it feel a bit outdated when trying to take a selfie. And I didn't like the fact that the video camera was lacking when it came to switching between different environments. Not only was the automatic ISO extremely laggy, but it was damn near impossible to shoot a quality video that was more than 10 seconds. And although these problems did bother me throughout my everyday use, I still think that overall, the Galaxy S24 FE is a solid phone that has many more positives than negatives when it comes to everyday use. Now, over the past 5 months, I've been absolutely blown away by the display on the Galaxy S24 FE. The colors are incredibly vibrant and punchy, making everything from social media scrolling to watching YouTube videos a genuine pleasure. I've particularly noticed how well it handles outdoor visibility. Even under direct sunlight, I can easily read my screen without having to squint or seek shade. And what's really impressed me is the consistency of the display quality. The 120Hz refresh rate has remained buttery smooth since day one, and I haven't experienced any burn-in issues despite my daily heavy usage. Even when I'm using the phone late at night, the adaptive brightness works flawlessly, and it was bright enough for me to see even with heavy sunlight on extremely bright days. Gaming has been especially enjoyable on this display. The responsiveness and clarity make even fast-paced games look fantastic, and I've noticed virtually zero ghosting or stuttering during intensive gaming sessions. So for a mid-range phone, the display quality has honestly exceeded my expectations in every way. And what's even more impressive is how the display has maintained its quality over these months of heavy use. There's no degradation in touch response, no dead pixels, and the coding is still doing its job, keeping fingerprints at bay. The battery life on the S24 FE has been pretty good for me. I've consistently gotten through full days of moderate use without needing a midday charge. Even on my busiest days, when I'm constantly switching between apps, taking photos, and using GPS navigation, I typically end my day with 20 to 30% battery left. And what's really impressed me is how well the battery was able to hold up during intensive tasks. I can game for a couple of hours, take a lot of photos, and still have plenty of juice left. The standby time is equally impressive. I've noticed minimal battery drainage overnight, usually about 5%. Social media scrolling, video streaming, and constant messaging barely make a dent in the battery life. And even when I'm out all day, I rarely feel the need to carry a power bank. And the only complaint that I would have is the charging speed. If you're someone who likes to do overnight charging a lot, then you shouldn't have a problem. But if you're like me and a few times throughout the week you forget to charge your phone overnight, then you might have to wait over 2 hours to get from 0 to 100% 100%. The processor performance on the S24 FE has been consistently impressive. I've been able to juggle multiple demanding apps simultaneously without experiencing any noticeable slowdown, whether I'm editing videos for my channel, switching between numerous Chrome tabs, or running graphic intensive games. The phone handles everything smoothly. And what's particularly noteworthy is how well it handles thermal throttling. Even during extended gaming sessions or while recording 4K video, the phone maintains its performance without getting uncomfortably hot. I played hours of Call of Duty Mobile and the frame rates have remained consistently stable. Even tasks like app launching, multitasking, and UI animations are buttery smooth. I've noticed virtually zero lag when using gesture navigation and quickly switching between apps. The processor handles Samsung's One UI animations very nicely, and it made the whole experience feel premium and polished. Now, when it comes to the camera performance on the Galaxy S24 FE, instead of looking at the videos that I really didn't like, I'm going to take a look at the pictures. I've captured countless quality photos, and the pictures have been consistently impressing me. In good lighting conditions, the photos came out incredibly sharp with excellent color accuracy, and what really stood out to me is how it handles challenging lighting as well. The portrait mode has become one of my favorite features. The edge detection is remarkably accurate, creating a natural blur that makes subjects pop, and I've taken a lot of portraits of myself, and the results are often satisfying. So after heavy use with the Galaxy S24 FE, I've really come to appreciate it as a whole. The S24 FE represents an incredible value proposition in Samsung's lineup, and after my time with it, it's clear that Samsung has successfully created a phone that delivers flagship level experience at a mid-range price point. And despite some minor drawbacks like the virtual proximity sensor issues and the older front-facing camera sensor, the overall package is remarkably compelling. The stunning display, reliable battery life, powerful processor, and capable camera system all come together to create a phone that feels premium in daily use. And what makes the S24 FE truly special is how it maintains the core Samsung flagship experience while making smart compromises to reach a more accessible price point. So for most people, these compromises will largely go unnoticed in day-to-day use. And again, it doesn't hurt your pocket. So if you want a top-tier phone without breaking the bank, the Galaxy S24 FE should be at the top of your list. And in my opinion, it's a testament to how far mid-range phones have truly come. Peace.